We're going to call the regular board meeting of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen to order for April the 9th, 2013 at 7 p.m. We'll stand now for the invocation, which Alderman Barnhill will give, and then I'll lead the Pledge of Allegiance.
Would you bow with me? Heavenly Father, we come to you in prayer, thanking you for this opportunity that we have to gather here. We know that there are many, many places in this world that do not have the freedoms, that do not have the opportunities that we have, and we give you thanks for these. We also ask that you be with each of our soldiers as they are serving in foreign countries, protecting the freedoms that we so cherish. We ask that you be with their families. We know that it is a hardship on families as well as the soldiers when they're separated. We also ask your blessings on each of us as we make decisions that ultimately affect the direction in which the city of Franklin is going. Give us spiritual wisdom and guidance. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 4 will be grievances or statements from citizens. These are citizen comments on items that are not on the agenda. Is there anyone that wants to speak to this body? Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 5, communications from the Williamson County Mayor and Williamson County Commission. I see no one here. We'll continue to move on. Item number 6 is approval of the minutes from March the 26th, 2013 work session, March the 26th, 2013 Board of Mayor and Aldermen.
Move for approval.
Appropriate motion? Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let the record show it passed unanimously. We'll go on now. We're going to skip number 7 momentarily. We're going to go to miscellaneous report, and I recognize Alderman Martin.
I have a nice report tonight. One of our fine young men who takes care of us every meeting, Officer Eric Johnson, is celebrating his birthday today. So
Happy birthday.
Okay.
And I take a lot of credit for his success in life.
Why is that?
Because I taught him.
Oh, okay.
What grade?
Third
grade.
Wow.
I think Alderman Blanton has a
Yes.
miscellaneous report.
The Tree Commission, which I'm on, we are doing Arbor Day, part of what we do every year to keep our Tree City USA rating. Pinkerton Park, April 20th, which is a Saturday, April 20th, from 10 o'clock to, I believe it is 2 o'clock. Come and enjoy free food. You can get a tree. There is going to be zip line, tree climbing, conductor jack for the children, lots of different booths and things from the different city departments as well as nonprofits. So April 20th, Pinkerton Park, 10 o'clock a.m.
Any other miscellaneous reports? Alderman Skinner.
Just want to remind everybody that the roundtable is this Sunday the 14th at 3 p.m. at the community room at the police department, and our speaker this month is J.T. Thompson, and he's going to be there to speak about the Lotz House and the book that he's recently written about the Lotz House. So it's free to the public. This is a part of the Franklin's Charge that does lectures, and it's free and open to the public.
Any other miscellaneous reports? If not, we'll go back to number 7, recognitions. I'd like to invite Chief Rahinsky up to the podium to tell us about a recent happening that's very important.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to share with the Board of Mayor and Aldermen and the residents of the city that 2 weeks ago, the police department received its 5th reaccreditation from the Commission for Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies. CALEA serves as the gold standard for law enforcement agencies with over 400 standards. From a practical perspective, it ensures that the city has the level of professionalism that you would want. It also helps reduce our liability in terms of risk and insurance that we carry. But mostly, it really reflects the dedication and commitment of service that the men and women of the police department demonstrate on a daily basis. Kalia came and spent the better part of a week with our officers, riding the streets, talking to the public. We had a public hearing in which members of the community and members of the media, as well as our business partners, came and shared their perspective on the department. And really, as the chief, I just want to thank the department, every man and woman in the police department. It's a cumulative effort, and when we went for the public hearing, they were extremely effusive in their praise of the department in general, the support of the community, and the support of the elected and appointed officials that we work for. So I just wanted to share that with the board, and thank you.
Great job.
Congratulations. Now we'll go to the consent agenda. All items under the consent agenda are deemed to be non-controversial and routine in nature by the governing body, and they will be approved as recommended by committee or staff by one motion of the governing body. And tonight's we're considering items number 15 to 24. Is there a motion? Vice Mayor?
We need to pull 23 to get the date right.
Would you also include a motion to approve the rest?
I would move that we approve the rest.
I think they said that I would need to pull number 16 to add that
Yeah, the density.
density. They said it would be better to go ahead and do it tonight. On the density on 2.08 on the Loy Hart
Yes, ma'am.
Castle. So I'd like to pull
Okay,
that one.
so
in, I
would that
guess.
be okay on your motion also, Vice Mayor?
Can we also pull item 15?
Y'all want to pull all of them tonight? Okay, is there a second to the motion to pull the aforementioned items and then approve the rest of the consent agenda?
So 15, 16, and 23?
Yes, sir.
So moved.
And is there a second?
Second.
Second. Okay, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, whoops,
Passes unanimously.
never mind, we found that 2.08.
Still, we're gonna pull it now.
But it's been pulled.
Yeah.
Okay, item number 10, new business, consideration resolution 2013-19, a resolution to adopt the West Drainage Basin Sanitary Sewer System Study Update on March the 22nd, 2013. Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Appropriate motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Let the record show it passed unanimously. Number 11, consideration resolution 2013-20, a resolution to adopt the Mays Creek Connector Routing Sanitary Sewer System Study Update of March the 22nd, 2013. Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Appropriate motion, second by Alderman Blanton. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Let the record show it passed unanimously. Item number 12, consideration resolution 2013-21, a resolution to adopt the Mays Creek Drainage Basin Sanitary System Sewer System Study Update of March the 22nd, 2013. Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Appropriate motion.
Second.
And appropriate second. Any discussion?
Yeah, I want to amend to defer this until we were talking about, I think was there comment about the second meeting in May, which would be about, and instead of saying 3 months or something like that. I move to
How many weeks?
defer this until
The second
May
meeting in
the-
May, do you have a date?
May
Thank
28th.
you.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor of deferring until the 28th, is that what you said?
May 28th.
May 20th.
28th, 2013, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Be a show of hands. All in favor of deferring, raise your hand. I see 2 defer. All in favor, all opposed, raise your hand. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against. The deferral fails. We're back to the original motion. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let the record show it passed unanimously. Item number 13, consideration resolution 2013-22, a resolution to adopt the Watson Branch Drainage Basin Sanitary Sewer System Study Update of March 22nd, 2013.
Move for approval.
Second.
Appropriate motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Item number 14, consideration of the appointment of Robert Huff to the Battlefield Preservation Commission as the reenactment community liaison.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Item number
Mr. Mayor.
15.
Mr. Mayor.
I just wanted to recognize that Mr. Huff has been, some of the appointments to the Battlefield Commission are by categories, and Mr. Huff has been a reenactor for years and years and years, and this was a component that we've needed for the last 2 or 3 months, and he's been real gracious to volunteer his time away from his business to come in and help us with this, so we're glad to have him.
Excuse me just one second. Thank you for your comments.
No, not today. No. Got it.
Okay, item number 15, consideration ordinance 2013-01, an ordinance to amend Title 12, Chapter 1, Section 107 of the Franklin Municipal Code relating to contractor security deposit to ensure restoration of damaged city streets, sidewalks, landscaping, stormwater drainage improvements, and other approved and accepted infrastructure associated with construction activity. It's the first of 2 readings. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Appropriate motion second. Discussion.
Mr. Mayor, the reason I asked for this to be that I remember when we did this with some of the other things that had to do with the security deposits, that yes, it happened at 90% when the lots are in the subdivision are gone, but there was something in previous provisions that the time after this was for 1 year after the last lot was, and I don't see that wording here.
That's interesting.
I tried to contact some people this afternoon, but I just couldn't get any clarification. Is there anybody here from that could speak to this? It's number 15.
I could say a little bit about it, but not to answer your question particularly, but generally, the developer of the subdivision has, the bonds that where they would be responsible for fixing the road if it was torn up by construction and things like that. But since we're now going to put that top coat on the roads before the time that we used to require it to be done, we are allowing it to be done, so that the road, the base coat, if I can say it this way, won't deteriorate so much. And so I believe that the contractor security deposit was kind of to take the place of the developer requiring the bond.
Yeah, Catherine Powers is coming up, our Planning Sustainability Director. But this does allow us to align it with the maintenance of the infrastructure right there and not have it tied to an artificial point in time with lot development. The bonds do remain in place, and so that.
Yeah, the bonds do remain in place as maintenance, and that happens, maintenance stays in place a year after the completion of the subdivision, all the topping and everything that needs to be done in terms of the sewer and drainage and all of the other work that needs to be done. This particular ordinance just allows for lot bonds so that contractors who tear up a street after there has been a overlay will be responsible for that damage. And so one is somewhat connected to the other, but not totally.
And so that, you don't see that here because that doesn't change. That standard is still in place in terms of the year after the completion of the last lot.
Yeah, that doesn't change.
That remains in place regardless of this change.
Right. This is something that the contractor has placed on them, whereas the bonds and sureties are something that the developer has placed on them.
Okay, so then my question again is, we allow them to put the final top coat on it, 90% build
do.
out, and then,
Even before then, now.
Even before then.
Before then, now, that's
Judge
the
it to be
difference.
It used to be
appropriate.
90% build out. At this point in time, we've looked at about 3 years, or when the streets department indicates that that's needed, because what we're seeing is a deterioration in some of the milling that's taking place, and we don't want to lose those streets. So we are allowing that, but we are continuing the surety on the developer for a year after the subdivision is complete.
okay, even though you may not sell the remaining, may not have the remaining
correct.
lots done for
Yes.
some years,
Yeah.
then what
Yes.
guarantee is it that the city doesn't have to repair damage from those last 10% lots?
The guarantee is the surety.
You have that surety bond in place
Yes.
until after the
And
whole
we
thing's
keep that
complete.
surety
Based on
bond.
the lots and not on this number?
Yeah, that's on the completion of the project a year following.
Okay, but that's somewhere else and not in this?
That is somewhere else. That is in our zoning ordinance, and the lot bond, I believe, is in the municipal code.
Okay, that's all I need.
This is the first of two readings, so if there's some clarification, maybe we can.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Item number 16, consideration ordinance 2013-12, an ordinance to rezone .96 acres from low residential R1 district to residential variety RX district for the property located at 711 Hillsborough Road, establishing a public hearing date for May the 14th, 2013. Alderman Peterson,
And
I
I'm-
recognize you.
I move for approval. There are several pages, and I had looked through every one of them, but we did find that it is there one place, and it just need to be there one place. That's okay. So
As far as
everything's
density
good.
is what you're
Yes,
referring to.
absolutely.
Is there a second?
Yes, okay.
And I abstain.
Alderman Martin abstains. All in favor say aye. Aye. And let the record show 7 with 1 abstention. Item number 23, consideration of event permit application for rodeo parade sponsored by the Franklin Noon Rotary in downtown Franklin on May the 18th, 2013.
The date's wrong, isn't it?
The date is wrong on the calendar.
Oh, dear.
It's supposed to be May the 11th.
I move approval for the event application for May 11th.
Second.
Appropriate motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let the record show it passed unanimously. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Appropriate motion and second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you very much.